Senate finally moving things along in the middle of the night. Don't know how they stayed awake that late. What happens when it gets to the House?
Hey, David. Well, it's great to be with you. And so now that they've outlined the budget proposal and Reconciliation 2.0, we'll take that up in the House. The bottom line here is that we have to have a fully funded Department of Homeland Security to include CBP and to include ICE. If you recall, Homeland Security was formed post 9/11 because we had gaps. We had silos in information intelligence and operations across our federal government. And it was formed, Homeland Security was formed to protect the homeland. The 10 agencies that work underneath Homeland Security operate together. When you don't fully fund CBP and ICE, you're impacting the whole. And that's absolutely inexcusable. We have voted 5 times in the House to fully fund Homeland Security, and that's what's got to get done. And I look forward to working along with my colleagues to get this Budget Reconciliation 2.0 done so that we can fully fund Homeland Security.
Yeah, it's crazy that somehow Democrats in the minority found a way to defund the police 2.0, as my friend Tim Murtaugh calls it, with respect to ICE and CBP. I know President Trump was negotiating in good faith with Democrats. Big mistake. Democrats never operate in good faith. And now we have almost 70 days that DHS hasn't been funded. And I think Speaker Johnson did the right thing by saying, no, we're not going to approve any funding that doesn't include ICE and Border Patrol. Now, a lot of people have suggested, well, it doesn't matter. The big, beautiful bill funded these organizations. But that money was supposed to be for ramping up operations. It was supposed to be for building more detention capacity, for growing ICE and doing what's necessary in order to facilitate the largest removal operation in American history. So can you explain how it's necessary that we fund these organizations through the actual appropriations phase, not just relying on the big, beautiful bill money?
Absolutely. Well, David, you're exactly right. That money was for enhanced operations to accelerate deportations, to ensure that our border stays secure. And thanks to President Trump and this administration, we have a secure border. But this is to fund payroll, to fund operations. We're seeing real impacts right now. You know, the Coast Guard, who falls under the Department of Homeland Security, you know, they had Coast Guard members who had to go to food pantries because they couldn't make ends meet, which is totally unacceptable. And, you know, when we go back and we look under 4 years of a porous border under Biden, we had some estimates up to 12 million illegals coming across our border. What we know is that there were almost 100 known and suspected terrorists that came across our border. And these organizations keep our border secure, but then go after those folks. We've got to have it fully funded to ensure that Border Patrol, ICE, that those operations can continue. We're hearing reports that that there are agencies within Homeland Security that are having to borrow and find toner for their printers. Those kind of operational impacts. So it's essential that it gets funded. You know, I was a special operations aviator in the Army, and we had a saying that you never judge your importance to the mission by your proximity to the target. That means everybody has a job to do. The guys that kick in the door and go in the building, guys like me that landed the helicopters by the building, and the folks that were in the rear providing the intelligence, the analysis, and that's Homeland Security has critical agents on the front line, but they also have a whole lot of people behind the scenes to make things happen. And if you're having to go and find toner for your printer, that's absolutely unacceptable and is a reason why we need to fully fund the department.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. And the demands that the Democrats are making, they did this in the first shutdown. This is why we cover this on this show, because the mainstream media isn't doing it. During the first shutdown, they wanted funding they wanted illegal aliens to get money, health care. And then when we started exposing the failures of Obamacare, and they're like, oh, okay, maybe we should end this shutdown quietly. 2 more shutdowns later. In this one, Democrats want agents unmasked so they can be identified and doxxed. They want them to go and get warrants when they're chasing illegal aliens, criminal illegal aliens. They want all of these ridiculous requirements, and they know they're not going to get them. They just want to keep this as a campaign issue going into the midterm elections. But as you just mentioned, they are hurting our men and women who are risking their lives to make this country safer and remove a lot of dangerous people who are hurting Americans. It's sick. I think you guys are doing an amazing job. You have done an amazing job all year. I will continue to make the case to the American people on why you deserve to keep the majority in the House. The Senate, They need to move a little bit faster to get these wins to the American people.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.